Good morning and happy Thursday. It's an orange cup kind of day. Good morning. How are you? We've made it more than halfway through the week now. So that's an awesome thing, I think. I was going to trying to share my live onto my personal page. And it's not always easy. There we go. There we go. Okay, got it. All right. So, anyway, good morning. My name is Kerri Wade. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, and I am also a Karuna Reiki practitioner, a hypnotherapist, and a quantum healer. So, anyway, I wanted to mention an article that I read this morning because I think I was trying to put together information to do a little short video on the energy transfer reset that I do. And, it's really kind of hard to explain to people in a short, simple way. But I was reading this article this morning about achieving a higher vibration. And basically the energy transfer reset that I do, it removes all the low frequencies from you, from your energy, and it removes blockages and any dark entities, that sort of thing. And I was reading this article this morning about achieving a high vibration. This was written, excuse me, by a woman named Madison Taylor, and I get a daily email from her, and it's called Daily Om. And they're just little short writings each morning. This is affirmative activities that leave us feeling joyous, appreciative, loving, and peaceful raise our vibration. All matter is made up of energy, and that energy is in motion continually. Everything in the universe, from the smallest molecules to the most complex human beings, has an optimal rate of vibration to keep it healthy. We reach this high vibrational level when we are whole, healthy, and fulfilling our potential. Human beings are able to consciously control these vibrations within themselves using a variety of techniques. We know when we have reached a high vibrational state because we feel good and can sense that we are aligned with all that is. We find we are capable of healing and have good intuition and perception that are a result of our resonating closer and closer to the ideal frequencies. So let's see, thoughts, emotions, intentions, choices, and actions contribute to our vibrational state, as do the environments that we inhabit. Affirmative activities that leave us feeling joyous, appreciative, loving, and peaceful raise our vibration. Hi, Shelley. Constructive, creative, and expansive thoughts do the same. When we cultivate habits that contribute to our physical health and strength, our vibration is likewise raised. During certain mantra meditations, breathing exercises, and chants are designed to increase vibration. But simply practicing gratitude and forgiveness, surrounding ourselves with loving, high vibration people, eating whole foods, and spending time in nature can also help us transcend our current vibrational limitations. When your desire for change is strong enough, you will find yourself gravitating towards what can help you achieve and maintain a high vibrational state. A positive outlook will then become the most important tool you possess, and this outlook will sustain you when the path leading toward transformation is wide and winding. As you evolve, your vibrational frequency will also evolve, aiding you in the creation of an even higher reality. Consciously and unconsciously, you will attract auspicious circumstances and positive people that will help you to continue exploring the scope of your higher self until you move beyond the earthly plane. So, in the ETR, we are removing those low frequencies. And I also give you some tools so that you can continue to practice raising your vibration and keeping your vibration high so those low frequencies don't have an opportunity to come back in. sometimes, sometimes even though we're doing that stuff, we find that we have another layer underneath. Anybody ever gone through this? Peeling back the onion, they call it. You work through something, you have this major shift, everything is wonderful, and then you kind of start to go like this again. And, you know, it's because there's another layer of the onion that's ready to be peeled back. And so that was something that came up in a class I took this weekend, an advanced class on the ETR, where they were saying sometimes, you know, when we're removing things in layers, you know, it may take a few times to get through all of that stuff. So some people are having additional ETR sessions. I had an additional ETR session this week, and it was wonderful. So, but the main thing is keeping our vibrations high and keeping our frequency high, because that is what creates our future. Our thoughts create our emotions, which create what we manifest. Okay, so anyway, just a little bit. It's, you know, it's really hard to pigeonhole ETR because it is very different. It is a releasing modality. It's all about releasing and getting rid of, letting go of. So if you are a stubborn or resistant person, that could be very good for you, which is a perfect segue into today's chapter called We Are All Made Delicate. This is from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. The hard things break, the soft things bend. The stubborn ones batter themselves against all that is immovable. The flexible adapt to what is before them. Of course, we are all hard and soft, stubborn and flexible, and so we all break until we learn to bend and are battered until we accept what is before us. This brings to mind the Sumerian tale of Gilgamesh, the stubborn, hard king who sought to ask the immortal one the secret of life. He was told that there would be stones on his path to guide him. But in his urgency and pride, Gilgamesh was annoyed to find his path blocked, and so smashed the very stones that would help him. In his blindness of heart, he broke everything he needed to discover his way. With the same confusion, we too break what we need, push away those we love, and isolate ourselves when we need to be held the most. There have been many times in my life when I have been too proud to ask for help, or too afraid to ask to be held. And in the frenzy of my own isolation, like Gilgamesh, I have smashed the window I was trying to open. I have split the bench I was trying to hammer, and have made matters worse by bruising the one that I meant to be tender with. The live bough bends, the dead twig snaps. We are humbled to soften from our griefs, or else, in brittle time, become the next thing grieved. Yeah, I can certainly relate to all of that. I know somebody else on here that could probably relate to that too, but I won't name names. I tell you, boy, that's really good. Here's our exercise. Meditate on a situation you are now facing in which you are being hard, stubborn, and resistant. Look at your stubbornness. What are you preserving by being hard? What might break if you continue being resistant? Now look beneath your stubbornness. What do you fear will happen if you bend to this situation? What might be gained by softening? Looking at those things from both sides. That's some great reflective exercises there. So, okay, on to Saint Bernadette. I learned about Saint Bernadette today. Saint Bernadette lived from 1844 to 1879. She will help you find forgiveness, overcome obstacles, conceive a child, heal emotionally, spiritually, and physically, connect with your divinity. Invocation. When you call upon Bernadette, she will take your request directly to the Virgin Mary. A wonderful way to ask for her assistance is to sprinkle some rose petals in a beautiful bowl of water. Write your request on a piece of paper and place it under the bowl. You will often smell roses when Bernadette is present. Mary Bernard Soubirous was born in Lourdes, France, a sickly child. She suffered from asthma. Bernadette was a poor student and had trouble learning the catechism because she spoke a dialect of French. At 14, she was gathering firewood. As she was gathering firewood, she came to a natural grotto where she experienced the first of 18 visions. She saw a brilliant white light, and then a small woman invited her to pray with her. Bernadette took out her rosary, and they prayed together in Bernadette's dialect. The woman instructed her to come back every day for 15 days. Bernadette said the woman wore a white veil and a blue sash. She had a golden rose on each foot and held a long rosary. The woman gave Bernadette personal messages and messages for the world. During these visions, Bernadette experienced trances that lasted more than an hour. The Virgin Mary didn't identify herself until the 17th vision. On February 25th, 1858, Bernadette was instructed to drink from a spring. She began to dig. To the onlookers, it appeared she was eating dirt. The next day, in that spot, a spring began to flow. This spring has been the site of countless healings and miraculous cures. Lourdes has become one of the most, or maybe it's Lourdes, Lourdes became one of the most beloved pilgrim age sites in the world. The spring still flows freely, and millions of miracles are attributed to its waters. The Catholic Church keeps track of the healings and periodically publishes the most noteworthy ones. So there you go. There's little Miss Saint Bernadette. She looks very young there. Well, she didn't have a real long life, I guess. She was only, 35 when she died. So, yeah, she would be young. So there you go. Lourdes. Lourdes? Lourdes. I was Lourdes. Shelley can tell me later. Okay, she knows, I'm sure. Okay, so that's what I got for you today. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow, Friday morning. Hi, Nancy. And I love you guys. Thanks.